Hello, and today we're going to be talking about calendars. No, not the Mayan calendar, the Julian calendar. Not that Julian calendar, the Roman Julian calendar. Prior to the reign of Julius Caesar, the Romans used a lunar calendar borrowed from the Greeks. Their calendar contained only 10 months, or 304 days. This calendar named their months after Roman gods Mars, Maya, and Juno, and after Latin numbers Septem, Octo, Novem, Decem. We still use the names of these months today, although not necessarily the same way they use them. This calendar was very complicated and based on the moon phases. It required a group of people, the high priest, to decide what days were added and or removed in order to keep the calendar in sync with the astronomical seasons, marked by equinoxes and solstices. Sometimes the priest might refuse to add or remove days depending on their family's political alliances. Julius Caesar felt that the calendar needed to be reformed, so in 46 BCE he commissioned an astronomer named Sosigenes to develop a more accurate calendar. Sosigenes created a solar calendar based on the ones used by the Egyptians. This calendar had 12 months, or 365 days. The year began in March, so September was the 7th month, October was the 8th, etc. Astronomers calculated that the year lasted 365.25 days, so the concept of the leap year was introduced. Due to a calculation error, leap years took place every 3 years. It wasn't until 12 CE that the correction was made to add an extra day every 4 years. The Julian calendar lasted for centuries, but over time, astronomers realized that the calendar was off by about 11 minutes each year. In 1582, almost 1600 years later, Pope Gregory XIII decreed that 10 days needed to be removed from the calendar. Thursday, October 4th was followed by Friday, October 15th. He also made January 1st the new year. Roman Catholic countries adopted the new Gregorian calendar right away, but some Protestant countries didn't adopt the calendar until centuries later. England didn't adopt the calendar until 1752. Because of this discrepancy in the date of adoption, documents written on the same day in different countries may carry different dates. In correspondence between Britain and France between 1582 and 1752, for instance, there would be a discrepancy of 10 or 11 days between the two calendars. Therefore, the 10th of November in Britain was the 20th of November in France. What this meant in practice was that a reply written in Britain to a letter sent from France could apparently be dated from before the original was sent. Today, the Julian calendar is almost completely obsolete. It is mainly used by Eastern Orthodox churches nowadays. The primary calendar used all over the world is the Gregorian, but we wouldn't have the Gregorian if it wasn't for the Julian calendar.
What's your opinion there? Oh, come on. Ooh. Is that your? Oh. Any other comments? Then what? Oh.
Today's history report is sponsored by Shed Sheddington's world-famous shed lot. I am Violet Frank.